Alright, kings, gentlemen, everyone else, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Fat Fuck documenting the decline of empire. And today we're gonna be discussing the possible, nor dare I say it, incoming US invasion of Canada and Greenland. Now, a small recap for everyone who's been living under a rock for the past couple of months. Donald Trump has threatened to invade Greenland and annex Canada. He's been calling Canada the 51st state. He's been insulting Canadian nationhood. He's been very dismissive towards Canada. And of course, this is unfair. Of course, it's moronic and just fomenting division between Western countries at a time where our civilization is under attack. This is because Donald Trump is an enemy of Western civilization and has been put in his position by the Russians and the Chinese and other nefarious actors in order to destroy us. But beyond that, let's think about how serious this threat is. And if we're being realistic, if, for example, Donald Trump gave the order to invade Greenland and Canada today, I have a sneaking suspicion that the U.S. Armed Forces would not comply. Now, the common soldiery has unfortunately been sufficiently propagandized into essentially worshipping not so much Donald Trump but the Republican Party in Israel, so they will get along with it. But America's officer corps is, well, these guys are officers, you know, they're educated, they're willful, they know what they're doing, so I don't think they will obey these orders. I think if the order came to invade Canada or Greenland, a lot of them would elect to either do nothing or go against the government that gave that order. So that's going to be a problem for Mr. Trump's ambitions. Now, unlike a lot of people, I don't think that these statements are unserious. I think he's actually serious about wanting to annex Greenland and Canada because, well, why the fuck not? This man's idea of government, of international relations is very simplistic. You know, he does not understand the nature of U.S. empire, so obviously he's gonna try and run it in a very stupid way. The USA is not a classical empire, not an empire like Russia where it directly controls territory. It's hegemonic. The strength of U.S. empire is the strength of U.S. alliances. Something's off with my lighting. Too bright of a background. And but of course, like the MAGA people, they are not sophisticated thinkers, they're not complex thinkers. They cannot really conceive of a hegemonic empire. They try thinking about hegemony and their brains hurt, I suspect. So, yeah, I think he actually wants to do that. I think he actually wants to annex Greenland and Canada and control these lands directly, even though, I mean, these lands are already friendly to America. America could take the resources from there. It could just buy them from the Danes or the Canadians. And both Denmark and Canada are allies of the United States who have gone along with United States foreign policy for as long as the United States foreign policy has been globally focused. So there's really no need to it. But yeah, these people are going to do it. However, as it stands, I don't think the U.S. military will actually obey such orders. Now, for that to change, Donald Trump will have to purge the United States military's officer corps. So, that will be the best sign we have that an invasion of Canada or Greenland or both is incoming if Donald Trump starts purging the United States officer corps, starts replacing career officers with loyalist flunkies, with like he does in every other aspect of government. Out with the people who can tell their ass from their elbow, in with the morons who kiss his ass, you know. That's why am I talking about ass so much? It doesn't really matter. Fundamentally, ass is a good body part for metaphors. But this is what's going to be the strongest sign that he's going to put in loyalists who will obey his every command, even the suicidally stupid ones such as invade Canada or invade Greenland. Now, what should Canada and Denmark and more broadly Europe, you know, and here including Canada, obviously, do in the event that Donald Trump starts purging the office corps? Well, the first part would be to prepare for war, arm up the defenses, but the second part would be to start poaching these now purged officers, entice them to come to the great European capitals, come to Ottawa, come to Toronto, come to Copenhagen, come to Paris, because it would appear that France will be the linchpin of the new European Holy League against the Outer Revolt. You know, if the Germans get their heads out of their asses with the new election, which, I don't know, hope springs eternal for the Germans, that they'll discover where their balls are located. All of these former American officers who are going to be purged should be enticed to come to Europe, teach us your art of war. Because let's face it, the Americans are the premier warriors of today. They know their shit, right? They're officer corps, one of the best in the world. And we are going to need their knowledge. We're going to need their expertise. And I have a strange feeling that this sort of expertise, this sort of knowledge is in of itself a threat to the new United States order, right? Because competency by itself, I believe, is a threat to the Musk administration. The Musk administration is an authoritarian one, and it wants complete control of the government, you know, complete and utter control of every facet of society. And so everyone who is competent, who basically got to his position on his own merits, is a threat to such an organization. They actually want incompetent people in power because they're in that position thanks to the benevolence, the munificence of the great leader. This is really just classic state takeover, how these people do things, how these things have been done for centuries. You know, you kick out the competent people, you put your stooges in. The latest example is with Kash Patel. Yeah, they actually put a guy named Cash in charge of the FBI. Shit was so cash. Yeah, OGs will understand what I'm saying there. And Kash Patel is so clownishly incompetent, so clownishly unfit to be in charge of anything that, you know, he's going to be 100% loyal to the Musk administration, not going to ask any questions. He's just going to do what he's fucking told, regardless of the law, regardless of efficacy, regardless of how many criminals it empowers, you know, regardless of how vulnerable it leaves America to its enemies, right? And believe you me, America's going to have a lot of enemies, a lot more than before. He's just going to do it. So I expect the very competent, very professional officer corps of the United States military to be purged. And this presents an opportunity for the new rising European alliance. This presents opportunities for Canada, for Australia, everyone who wants to, you know, be on the side of civilization and not savagery. It represents opportunities for us. We should scoop up these people. We should also have an option for any civilian Americans who want to join us. Of course, they're going to have to be checked very thoroughly for MAGA sympathies. We do not need any more low IQ, resentful retards running around Europe or Canada, for that matter. So, some sort of protocol for sussing out the true loyalties of incoming American refugees will have to be developed. But fundamentally, yeah, the Western civilization is going to have to come together and deal with this very unique problem of our most powerful and foremost nation becoming subverted by enemies from the outside. So, to sum it up, yeah, that's how you know that an invasion is incoming. He's going to start purging the officer corps and replacing the officers with people who will unquestioningly obey his orders. Now, that's one option. The second option is, and this one is the retarded tech bro option, is that there is the possibility that the retarded tech bros actually believe they can replace the administration of government with AI. And this will also include the officer corps of the armed forces, in which case it's going to be a very short war. And it's not going to be one that the robots are going to win. Because, well, that's a story for another day. Anyways, stay strong, people, and bye-bye.